So yeah, how is your day going? How are you getting on, man?
Everything is going great. I'm doing a little media row right now, just
Yeah,
talking and promoting, drinking coffee. That's what I love to do.
it's the way forward, man, for sure. And I mean, you've obviously had quite the career, you obviously with MLW, and you're involved in some pretty heavy storylines right now as well. It's an exciting time for you as a performer. How would you say, because you've wrestled for a number of years, how would you say you've changed and developed as a performer since the very start of your career up until this point?
Right. I feel like when I got into the business, I was a bit of a natural, and I really have no problem admitting that. But I think I was, raw and green, as we say in the business. But it's like a beautiful flower. I have just blossomed.
Yeah.
Amazing performer that you see today, and I take a lot of pride in my work and what I do and what I present. Every time I'm on the screen or in the ring. So I think it's 100% authentic me. And what I bring to the table. I have my own style. I don't really vary from it, and very confident whenever I go through the curtain.
Yeah, absolutely. And that confidence is there absolutely on screen. In terms of, your development again, obviously you've worked really hard to hone that craft. What about success? Because obviously success is another thing, being on TV, working with MLW, doing these media runs and promoting MLW globally, that's success to a point. But how do you define it? How do you personally define success as a person as well as a performer?
I define success as continual growth.
Yeah.
And ability to, year over year or month over month, day over day, whatever the case may be, to be better than you were, whether that's physically, whether that's financially, whether that is spiritually, whatever the case may be. It's just continual growth. And that's what you've seen from me over the trajectory of my career. I remember when I first got in, people refer to me as a blue chip stock. What's a blue chip stock? One that's going to produce, one that's going to give you year over year gains. Your money's going to be safe in a blue chip stock. And maybe not in today's market, by the way. My God, is logging into my investment account today was a little rough. But that's okay, because it will bounce back. It's not about the day. It's about the year, right? So like the year over year will be fine.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And in terms of, what you're involved in with MLW now, obviously you're in a high profile storyline with Hammerstone, Cesar Duran as well. How do you feel about your place in MLW at the moment, at this time in your career?
Well, I feel like I've been in MLW for quite some time. And I would say that I'm synonymous with the brand at this point. MLW, you think of a few select names, maybe some that are gone, maybe some that are still there. I'm still there. So, I think it's just a matter of, capitalizing on any segments that I'm in, or, any matches that I have. I try to be the most talked about person on the show. Whether I have the best match or the best segment doesn't really matter. I just want to be the best.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's interesting because, again, being the best in wrestling, there's a lot of people that claim that. And again, that confidence you were talking about before, it is there. In terms of your mission statement, in terms of what you want to do, because it feels like you're doing everything you set out to do, being on MLW, being on TV, making these, making these appearances. As your mission statement and what you want to achieve by the end of your career changed and developed over the years as well?
Yeah, I mean, in terms of a formal mission statement, I'd have to go ahead and write that up. I suppose all the greatest in the world actually have that. But I think it's just living by your word, living by your mantra. And that's presenting yourself in an authentic way, being unique, being real, and giving the consumer something that is different. I've always felt that what I give to the consumers from their perspective is unique. And, there's a certain mold of professional wrestling, right? You can go away from the mold. You can just build on the mold. I feel like I've built on that mold. And I think that's a big part of my success. It's the reason why I'm in the position that I'm in right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And in terms of, your position, obviously, hopefully you'll grow and develop more. You talked about that just now. What about MLW in the UK? Obviously, people can watch that online. People can access MLW. What are your hopes for, kind of, again, MLW has grown. It's now become more and more global as the years go on, as the months go on. What are your hopes for MLW in the UK? Would you like to come over and present MLW over here?
Yes, I'm sick of people only being able to watch it online. I want MLW in the UK. We need to go there. I think, from a marketing perspective, it just makes too much sense. We have to go over there. That's just my opinion. I'm also very educated, so my opinion matters. Actually, just to extend upon that, I really want to go tour the UK. I'm actually trying to get over there for a month or so and live in the UK and live that lifestyle for a bit. I'm so intrigued by it. I think there's so much opportunity over there, and I want to explore it.
Absolutely. Have you got any particular memories of the UK that you'd like to share? Anything you'd like to do when you come over? Anything you want to see, for example?
Yeah, I'd like to see where Harry Potter was filmed.
Okay,
let's go. Take me to Hogwarts. Grab a couple butter beers and let's explore a little bit. But no, I want to I just want to see the culture. It's such a diverse and immense culture, filled with so much richness that I feel like I would fit in quite well over there. I think well in various segments of the UK.
Well, yeah, what would be your message to your fans in the UK, people that are watching MLW in the UK? What do you want them to know? Because they've been supporting you, again, potentially from the beginning of your career right up until now.
Yeah, I want them to know that I'm pushing for us to get over there, that I'm trying to make it happen and try and be catalyst in getting us over to the UK, even if it's just partnering with a promotion, the way that you've seen us partner with, All Japan or Pro Wrestling Noah, whatever the case may be. If something can happen like that, I think it would be widely beneficial.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And in terms of your inspirations and motivations, you mentioned investments there a little bit earlier on. Outside of wrestling, what kind of things motivate you and inspire you? What kind of things get your juices flowing in the same way that that wrestling does, but outside of that sphere?
Well, I love marketing and I love branding, and everybody knows I love coffee. So
yes,
that's why I've really expanded into the coffee market and launching my own brand and having my own blend. So I put a lot of focus into that, film some marketing for that, trying to get more promotional outlook for that, ran some ads. I mean, that's really where I'm at with that. I just love extending the brand and doing more, in my free time, I'm obviously very passionate about fitness and the gym, things like that, healthy lifestyle, yada, yada. You can't really sell that. I like to sell coffee and I like to drink coffee.